Today I thought we would look at Preston Blair's book about dialogue mouth shapes, and let's see what we can learn from Preston about how they used to do dialogue back in the classic cartoons. And we see here that for vowels like A and I, the mouth is open. For a vowel like E, it's wide. For a vowel like O, it can be here or it can be a little bit smaller. This is very exaggerated. And for U, it can be this shape, like this. For consonants, usually we see teeth. For W and Q, we do this mouth here because it's W or Q. Closed mouth for M, B, and P is like this, wide smile. These are very exaggerated, like I said. And for L, or for D and TH, we open the mouth, show the top teeth, and show the tongue behind the top teeth. And for F and V, we do this, where the bottom lip is underneath the top teeth, and that's what it looks like from the side. So in his example, he's putting up a sentence that says, "Hello, Pete. Fine day, isn't it? How are you?" And here we see that he does the H with this. The mouth is kind of closed, and we just see top teeth and the tongue on the bottom. You open wider for a he, and then the tongue starts to go up for a hello, and then go to this O mouth. For Pete, the mouth closes, and then opens wide for Pete. P closes, and then we see just teeth for Pete. Fine day, put the bottom lip under the teeth, open the mouth wide, start to close, and go back up where you just see teeth. Fine. Keep it just teeth for day, open wide, and go almost as far up as for the D, but show some of the dark inside the mouth so that there's space between the teeth and the bottom lip. Isn't it? That's an I, so we want a wide open. Isn't. And we see bottom and top teeth and the tongue. And then we close to just see teeth for isn't it. It opens wide and closes down for the T. For how are you, for the H, we go kind of wide, and then we go this ow, close down to the ooh. Open wide for R, start to close, and go back to just teeth for the final E. U, keep that mouth here, go U. Start to open wide, and then go down for this ooh. That's the basics of doing lip-a-sign, as we call it. So let's see if we can do some of those mouth shapes. And let's practice a little bit. We'll draw a circle here. Put eyes like this. Smile mouth. And that's an A mouth there. I may as well darken this in so you can see it better. So just use basic lines and shapes at first, and then we open the mouth just a little bit, like this. We open a little bit more. that. Now that's teeth. This one's going to have teeth at the top and tongue at the bottom. And then we want a wide open mouth for this one. It comes all the way down like that. Some tongue there. And we see the teeth on the top. Fill it in. Bottom lip here. And what we should do is we should stretch the face down. Like that. So here we go. Open, open wide. Now this mouth is going to, this is the mouth where he says ooh. And so his chin comes up for that. And then we need an in-between mouth that goes between this and this. And that mouth is a little bit higher on top like that, and a little bit wider on bottom like this. So these mouths back in the old days were A, B, C, D. This was E, and this was F. And usually those were about the only mouths that we used and needed for most of our cartoons we did back in the old days. They did add a couple more. Let's see, F, let's see, the G mouth was like that. That was G. And then the H mouth we could see the teeth here, and then we saw the tongue here. And that was H. And that was as the years went on, we added the G and the H. But these were all the mouths that we had, and we made characters talk this with just these mouth shapes. So once you do this, you can then make it into whatever character you're using. Let's say we're doing our hero character. So we could stretch his face down like that. And that could be 1 for him. And then if we were going to exaggerate him, stretch his face out to the side like that, narrow his eyes. And we can make him, he's smiling, and we see just teeth. So you adapt your characters to these basic shapes and have them do whatever you want. And that's how you do mouth shapes. So give it a try yourself and draw your characters using these basic shapes. Get the Preston Blair book, use his shapes, and adapt it to your characters. In the meantime, keep drawing.